Oh shit, the butcher. Okay, this is gonna be extremely fun. Let me bring you over here so I can get my spirit back. Okay, I just casted my roar, so that was the damage reduction for 70% or 65%. Oh my god, I need my bulwark up. I'm losing lives. I cannot create a barrier. And my fortify is also pretty low. Anyway, I'm gonna smash through him now. Nice, I got some spirit back. There we go. Let me bring you to these spiders before I run low on spirit again. Oh no, again the fortify. The butcher, you are so annoying. But you are gonna die here. That's for sure. Oh no, no spirit. I need some monsters. Come on, spirits, come. There we go. I'm gonna kill you now. You're dead. You're gonna give me some nice items, that's for sure. Where are you? There you are. That was it. Nice. Hey guys, in this video we will talk about the strongest build for the Druid. This build uses Pulverize to deal massive amounts of AoE damage. In this build we also use the Temerity Pants, which is very useful when we do the higher level maps. This build will also make all enemies we hit vulnerable, which is gonna increase our damage. And because of the Insettable Fury, Werebear is our true form, so if you wanted to be a Werebear just like me, this is your chance. Next to that, we will be using two skills that will make us unstoppable, which will be extremely useful in the higher maps as well. If we get stuck because of a group of monsters, you never know. In this video, I will cover the skill tree, Paragon tree, but first let's jump into the equipment. This build is using 3 unique items. One of them is the Facile Sprayer. This will make our Earth skills, Werebear skills, and also give us some Fortify. The second item will be Insettable Fury, Werebear is now our true form. We also get a nice +2 to all Earth skills. And the third item will be the Temerity Pants. The Temerity Pants will give us a barrier if we heal beyond our 100% life, which is going to make us very tanky. On the items, we will be using blue gems. This will give us damage reduction while fortified. And all the skills in our build will help us to gain fortify. So blue gems work very well. You can also go for red gems for the extra health. On the glows, we will be using the aspect of the Ursine Horror. This will make Pulverizer an Earth skill. On the boots, we use the aspect of Quicksand. Whenever we cast a skill, for example our Pulverizer, we will slow enemies. That's why we want to use the Crash Stone aspect on the necklace. This will increase our damage against crowd-controlled enemies. Slowed enemies are crowd-controlled enemies, so this will synergize very well with the boots. On the weapon, we will be using the Shockwave aspect. This will increase the damage of Pulverizer and it now travels forward. This will help us to hit monsters in a line so we can focus on where we want to hit. On our ring, we use the aspect that will restore our spirit whenever we hit a crowd-controlled enemy. Because of our boots, we will be crowd-controlling everything, so we will always recover some spirit. This is gonna help us maintain spirit, except in the Butcher video. For the other ring, we use the aspect of the Rampaging Warbeast. This will increase the duration of Grizzly Rage, and each second we are in Grizzly Rage, our critical strike damage will be increased by 10%. This is the reason why we use in the spirit tree Calamity. This will increase the duration of our ultimate. Eventually, Grizzly Rage will be on cooldown. That's why we go for Calm of the Storm. Whenever we hit something with our skills, in this case Pulverizer, we reduce the cooldown on our Grizzly Rage. I also went for Avian Wrath for the increase in critical strike damage, and I went for Wariness so I can safely jump on elites without dying. For the skill tree, I went for Earth Spike and got the enhanced version because you have to use 2 points to unlock the next part of the skill tree. We use this skill just to get our spirit back when we get really low on spirit. I went down and got Pulverizer, I enhanced it and chose for Primal Pulverizer, so enemies deal 20% less damage. That is gonna be really useful in the higher maps. I put a point in Heart of the Wild for the spirit increase. I went for Wild Impulse because it will increase our damage by 15%. And I put 3 points in Abundance so we can recover more spirit. I also put 3 points in Predatory Instinct. This will increase our critical damage to close enemies. I also went for Iron 4 because this will reduce our damage while in Werebear form. Then I went down and put a point in Earthen Bulwark. This is a nice defensive skill which will make us unstoppable and also give us Fortify and a barrier. And the barrier will be added to our Pants barrier, so that's gonna synergize very well. I put 1 point in Roar and enhanced it to this version, which is nice because it will heal us for a lot of health. Next to that, this skill will also give us some Fortify. Then I went down and got Hurricane, enhanced it to Savage Hurricane. Whenever we cast this, enemies around us will be slowed, so crowd controlled, and will deal 20% less damage. This is gonna be, again, useful for the higher level maps. I put 1 point in Mending, now I receive more healing from all other sources. I put 3 points in Crushing Earth, Safeguard and Stone Guard. All these points will increase our damage and will give us some Fortify. Then I went down here and went for Defiance, Natural Disaster, Resonance and Circle of Life. All these points will also increase our damage, and Natural Disaster will increase our damage to vulnerable enemies. That's why we use the Exploit Glimp in our Paragon tree. This will make all enemies vulnerable for 3 seconds, and vulnerable is a very good stat to have. Then we went for Grizzly Rage, enhanced it to Supreme Grizzly Rage. Grizzly Rage will give us 20% more damage, plus 20% more damage reduction, and each second in Grizzly Rage we get 3% more damage and damage reduction. When we are in Grizzly Rage form, we are unstoppable, and each second we heal 8% of our base life, so that's gonna be insane. Then as last we went for Earth and Might because we focus on critical strike damage in this build and got some stats with critical chance on our gears. We will probably activate this proc every few seconds, and then we deal guaranteed critical strike hits. If this procs in Grizzly Rage form, our damage will go up into the millions. I'm not gonna go in full depth on the Paragon tree because you can change this to your own preferences. I love my tree, so you can just copy paste it. I will go over the glimpse. I'm using Exploit to make all monsters vulnerable. I'm using the Spirit. This will increase our critical strike damage, and because we will crit a lot, we get a nice 12% bonus. And I have another glimp called Werebear. This will increase our damage while we are in Werebear form, which is our true form. So this was it for the Paragon tree. I'm using this build for 3 days now. I started when I was level 74, and at level 74 I was beating level 50 maps, and those monsters are level 100. So this build has been tested. It's not gonna let you down. This was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Subscribe for more Diablo 4 content. Have a nice grind, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.